I just want to preface this by saying I was 100% sober when I thought of this.
I too am completely sober as I answer these questions, so carry on.
Okay, so hear me out. If there's an invisible car, right, and you go inside that car, can people see you?
Well, you see...
And before you answer,
there's more. Continue.
Follow up. If you're invisible, right, no one can see you, and you eat a donut, can people see the donut inside you? I feel like both of these questions should have the same answer, and I don't know what it is.
Right, so both your questions have different answers, and there are answers to these questions. But first we hydrate, and then we educate. First things first, let's tackle the car scenario. For my reference, I'm going to use the Aston Martin Vanquish, or in the James Bond Die Another Day, the Vanish.
Aston Martin call it the Vanquish, we call it the Vanish.
Oh, very good.
The car works with a form of active camouflage utilising a lot of cameras and some kind of polymer screens on the opposite side of the vehicle. Essentially, whatever the cameras would see on the right hand of the car would be displayed on the left hand of the car. So in essence, the vehicle is taking light from one end and bending it around itself, therefore creating the appearance of being invisible. So because of this light bending active camouflage kind of technology, as soon as James Bond becomes part of that circuit, aka getting inside of the car, he becomes like the car. Invisible. Unless of course the active camouflage is interrupted by, you know, bullets.
Warning, adaptive camouflage failure.
Now for the Invisible Man scenario eating a donut, I'm going to use the film Hollow Man from the year 2000 starring Kevin Bacon.
Bioquantum phase shift occurred at 1826.
Now, the Invisible Man in this film works by some kind of phase-shifting serum that allows light to flow through a person rather than bounce off them and be seen, allowing the person to be invisible. Now, with the whole eating and drinking thing while being an invisible person, essentially you would see chewing and swallowing taking place because that food stuff isn't part of your genetical structure, therefore it doesn't have the same properties that you do, allowing light to flow through it. But as soon as that reaches your stomach and it starts digesting and being absorbed by your body, it inherits the same genetical things that you do. So essentially you would see the person eat the donut, swallow the donut, but as soon as it starts to digest, it will start to disappear like the rest of him. But the real question is, what would happen to the donut when it comes out the other end? Yes, I'm talking about invisible poo. Now for me, it stands to reason, using the science fiction and the logic of the film The Hollow Man, he would deliver an invisible turd, and then as that turd sits, hopefully in a toilet, as the effects wear off of the serum that turned him invisible, a turd would just appear